Hi, I'm Tracy Schuhmacher. I'm the food and drink reporter for the Democrat and Chronicle, and I'm here in the DNC Digital Studio with Marty O'Sullivan with Marty's Meats. Thanks for coming in.
Hi, Tracy. Thanks for having me.
Thanks. Glad you're here. So what led up to your coming in today is that the DNC is hosting an event called Grapes and Grains on Saturday, and when I looked at the list of who was going to be here, there you were.
There we are, yeah.
And so you are bringing an appropriate dish to this event.
Yes.
For the Grapes and Grains concept.
Yeah, so we're participating in the event on Saturday, and just so happens we just put out our fall menu probably 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and we have a grain salad on there. So thought it was very appropriate to be doing that at the Grapes and Grains event.
It looks perfect.
Yeah.
Tell me what's in it.
So we call it our Smugtown salad. It's barley and then Smugtown's mushrooms. Smugtown's a local mushroom purveyor here. We use their shiitakes and their oyster mushrooms. So it's basically a barley and mushroom salad. It has some feta cheese and cider vinaigrette. So it's a nice salad. I think grains are obviously becoming more and more popular, ancient grains and whatnot, and it's a hearty good salad. And I love using mushrooms. I think it's a great substitute for proteins.
Yeah,
so,
it has that umami, earthy flavor to it.
Yeah, you can season them really aggressively. You can get some texture on them, which is two things that I really like about proteins. And so they mimic what some characteristics of beef. And I think it's a nice salad, and we're going to be doing it Saturday. So
it looks delicious. I'll dig in after we talk. So some people might be surprised that Marty from Marty's Meats are doing beautiful vegetables like this. I happen to know about this because I've always liked your cauliflower.
That's right, yeah.
And I know when I had it before, you were doing it with General...
We're doing a General Tso's play on cauliflower. And cauliflower is another vegetable that I really like because it can mimic some of the attributes of proteins as well, kind of like chicken. Mm-hmm. And so we went that route with it and thought, you know what... who doesn't love General Tso's chicken?
It's delicious. And you've got it like a tempura batter on it.
Yeah, we do a light,
nice
very light cornstarch batter, which is gluten-free, and then we fry it really quickly, and we put some General Tso's sauce that we make. It's a little bit spicier than normal, but we actually did switch that over with the fall menu as well. We're doing a country sweet style cauliflower, which, being a Rochester native, I am a big lover of country sweets, so.
I like it too.
Yeah, it's hard.
Probably a better choice than a country sweet wing, right?
Yeah,
for
definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. Probably a little bit healthier for you, but again, we get that a nice texture on it and finish it with the sauce, and it mimics that great tender snack you get at country sweet. So.
Delicious. Sounds delicious. So. Tell me about other vegetables that you do, because I mean, obviously I know your meats and other people do. The Frisket is my favorite sandwich, definitely my favorite brisket, I think, in Rochester. It's this beautiful, tender brisket, for anyone that doesn't know, with barbecue sauce and pickles. And a nice soft roll.
Yeah, the Marty's
obviously
potato
I've had
buns.
this thing.
It's
so good.
We started with the food truck, and when I started the business, I cooked a lot of things I was familiar with. It's like anything else with a business, or it continues to adapt and morph. And people are eating differently now than they were 4 years ago when I opened the food truck. So it would be silly for us not to embrace some changes. And when we went from the food truck to a storefront, we had the ability to relook at what we did and how we did it, and see how we could continue to be appealing to all masses. And part of that was doing vegetables and doing them, better and fresher than you're going to get at a typical barbecue place. And that's not to knock any other barbecue restaurants. It's just we're using market-driven vegetables. We have some that stay on. Our beets and our carrots are constantly on there, but none of them are coming from a freezer. We're making them ourselves. And I think the people that do, when they come to the restaurant, they order those things, they're really surprised in a positive way. And we try to treat them kind of similar to the way you would a protein. Again, we kind of aggressively season them. We get some texture on them. Nothing worse than just mushy steamed vegetables. So we do. We treat them like protein, and you're seeing that a lot more with a lot of chefs, and getting that char, getting that. The great thing about proteins, a lot of people love, is that Maillard effect, or they call it caramelization, but the browning between
gives
heat
flavor.
and protein, and we do that with our vegetables, and it adds another dynamic to it. It adds another level of flavor and texture and seasoning, and we've been successful doing it. I think what we need to keep doing is letting people know that we do that.
The vegetables.
Yes, the vegetables, and we have those options for people at the store. And the restaurant, it's been a progression from the truck to having a restaurant and continuing with our brand and adapting our concept. And I think it's been semi-successful.
Semi-successful.
Yeah, it's been.
Don't oversell it, Marty.
Yeah, no, it's continuing to. Yeah, it's continuing just to get more people to try those things, and they've enjoyed. Most people enjoy what they get from us. So.
Yeah. I know I have. Tell me about, we have a second salad here, and it looks beautiful and autumnal with squash and things like that. Tell me about that one.
So on our menu right now we have 2 salads, and those have been rotating. We change our menu slightly as the seasons progress, and this is one we're doing now. It's got roasted butternut squash, some golden raisins, apples, pumpkin seeds, feta, and then mixed greens. And it's, in the summertime we were doing something a little bit different with watermelon, and we actually snuck some fried chicken in there, so it was an interesting take on it.
Sorry, I missed that one.
Yeah, it was a good one, again. But it's a nice salad. Both are, again, nice options. We do a lot of delivery business from the store now, and they're nice lunch options for people that want something lighter yet still full of flavor and substance. And we're also doing a rice bowl at the restaurant now, which it's kind of this Asian, Texan, Carolina mashup of a rice bowl. We're using Carolina Gold rice, which is actually a really, really high quality rice. We're doing a Korean barbecue sauce, and you can pick your protein.
Oh,
and
that
again,
sounds delicious.
Yeah,
I'll have to come in for that one.
And we're doing Texas caviar on there, which a lot of people says, what is Texas caviar? But it's a bean and corn salad. So it's got some jalapenos, got a little spice. So it's actually another great option if you're trying to stay away from bread and a big sandwich that we typically serve. And just part of like I said, part of us adapting to the landscape of people's tastes change a little bit, and they've changed over time.
Especially Park Avenue. I think of probably a lot of people that frequent that area like to eat healthy and that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, it's funny. We get. You talk about there's just this wide range. There's just so many people that are interested in food right now, and they're interested in healthy eating and barbecue and fried chicken, but yet grain bowls. So there's just there's a bigger interest, I think, in food than ever before, and there's you're dealing with a bigger market. You're dealing with we do a lot of delivery in Grubhub. You're dealing with a younger market, and they're more focused on sourcing is a big deal. The sourcing responsibility, the freshness, the locality of it, local stuff is really important. So all these things are with a new market are coming into play, and as a business owner, you have to be aware of those things and try to adapt. So
cool. So tell everybody where they can find your food.
So we have the store at 703 Park Avenue, but I have mentioned delivery a few times because we do a lot of delivery. We deliver 3 miles around the store, which is almost all of the city of Rochester, basically, except for kind of west of the river. So 703 Park Ave, we're open every day except for Monday, 11 to 9. And then the food truck, unfortunately, as the Rochester winter approaches, may be harder to find for a couple months. But until then, if the weather stays like it is today,
you'll be out and
about. We'll be doing some lunches, yeah.
Awesome.
So you can still do that. The truck menu is a little bit limited, or more limited, because of obviously the size of the truck and storage. But both those places are a great opportunity to try something of what we're doing, and we do put a lot of effort and thought into what we're doing, and I think.
You sure
do it pretty well.
I'm a fan.
Thank you.
So another place you can try this salad, this wonderful barley and mushroom salad, is going to be at Grapes and Grains. That is, I'm holding this up so I have all the details, Saturday, November 5th from 6 to 10 p.m. It's $55 with some proceeds going to Meals on Wheels. And it's in the Metropolitan Tower across the street from the DNC building. I can't wait to see it. I still haven't been there. It's what we used to call the Chase Tower.
Yeah.
And you said you've been there.
I've been there a few times, yeah. I used to go there with a family when it was Chase, because all our attorneys were there forever. And now I've been there a few times since Galena Development has been, transforming it into what is the Metropolitan. And it's going to be a great project when when it all comes together. And I think we're going to be in the concourse on Saturday,
Yeah.
which used to be a very unique spot, and I think will be a unique spot again. So
Cool.
if
Will you yourself be there?
I will be there for some of it. We
Okay,
have
I'll be
another
there too.
catering as well, but I will be making it back towards the city about 7.
Great.
So
So I'll be there, you'll be
Yeah.
there. So come see us at Grapes and Grains or go see Marty on Park Avenue.